In the shadow depths of the oceans, a silent war unfolded, where steel hulls and unseen crews reshaped the course of World War II. Starting off with commerce raiders, anti-shipping/trade interdiction. Type 7 U-boat, Germany. Compact, aggressive, and produced in large numbers, the Type 7 became the symbol of Germany's submarine war. Using coordinated wolfpack tactics, it formed the backbone of the Battle of the Atlantic in the war's early years. Type 9 U-boat, Germany. Larger and longer ranged, the Type 9 carried the war far beyond European waters. Its patrols reached the Caribbean and Indian Ocean, spreading disruption across global trade routes. Gatto-class, USA. Designed for endurance and reliability, the Gatto-class thrived in the vast Pacific. These submarines devastated Japan's merchant fleet, severing supply lines critical to its war effort. Balao-class, USA. An evolution of the Gatto, the Balao-class could dive deeper and survive harsher attacks. Entering service late in the war, it proved exceptionally lethal against an already strained enemy. Tambor-class, USA. Among America's first true fleet submarines, the Tambor-class marked a shift in U.S. undersea doctrine. It played a key role in early Pacific commerce raiding and wartime reconnaissance. Now, fleet submarines, warship hunters and recon. Tench-class, USA. Refined from earlier designs, the Tench-class featured advanced sensors and improved fire control. It represented the peak of U.S. conventional fleet submarine development in the war. I-class, Japan. Built to operate with Japan's battle fleet, the I-class emphasized long range and high surface speed. It reflected Japanese doctrine that viewed submarines as extensions of fleet combat power. T-class, UK. Heavily armed with torpedoes, the T-class was optimized to challenge Axis warships. These submarines proved especially effective in the Mediterranean and northern waters. Salmon-class, USA. Developed before the war, the Salmon-class carried design lessons into early Pacific conflict. It helped shape American submarine tactics during the conflict's opening phase. Now, true underwater and advanced submarines. Type 21, Electroboat, Germany. Revolutionary in concept, the Type 21 was faster underwater than on the surface. Though arriving too late to change the war, it became the blueprint for post-war submarines worldwide. Type 23, Germany. A smaller coastal counterpart to the Type 21, the Type 23 was quiet and highly efficient underwater. Its design showcased the potential of true submerged operations. Now, strategic attack submarines. I-400, Sentoku-class, Japan. The largest submarines of the war, the I-400 class carried aircraft within sealed hangars. They were designed for bold strikes against distant targets, including the Panama Canal. I-13 class, Japan. Built for range and secrecy, the I-13 class supported submarine-launched aircraft operations. Its role centered on strategic reconnaissance and surprise attack planning. Shifting now to coastal and patrol submarines. U-class, UK. Small and agile, the U-class excelled in the Mediterranean. Their effectiveness made them a constant threat to Axis coastal shipping. Stuka-class, USSR. Reliable and numerous, the Stuka-class formed the backbone of Soviet coastal patrol forces. They focused on endurance and steady wartime service. Type 2 U-boat, Germany. Designed for short-range operations, the Type 2 served early in the war. Though limited, it played a vital role in training and coastal defense. S-class, USA. Older designs pressed back into service, the S-class submarines proved durable. They were used extensively in the early Pacific campaigns. Now, special operations and unconventional warfare. Kaiten, Japan. Manned torpedoes designed for suicide attacks, the Kaiten reflected Japan's late war strategy. They represented both technological improvisation and human sacrifice. Midget submarines, Japan, Italy, UK. Small and stealthy, these submarines targeted heavily defended harbors. Their operations included attacks at Pearl Harbor and Alexandria. CA-class midget submarines, Italy. Purpose-built for covert harbor missions, the CA-class emphasized secrecy over endurance. They embodied Italy's approach to special submarine operations. Finally, heavy gun/submarine cruisers. Surcouf, France. Armed with massive 208mm guns, Surcouf was a unique hybrid design. It stood as the largest submarine of its time and a bold naval experiment. Narval class, Italy. Built for long ocean patrols, the Narval class carried substantial deck armament. Their design reflected interwar ideas of submarine surface combat.